Civis pacem.
Ave community, and welcome back here at Tribun. For everyone new to this channel, welcome here. Maybe you stay and watch a fine game of Tribun. If you want to play it on your own, then check out the files below the video. Then you can play maybe on the Tabletop simulator online or against a PC or over the real board if you print out all the necessary files. For all of you used to this channel, hi again. And yeah, the game of today is called Nice Surprise. And so we are jumping right into the board view. Max, kick it.
Hello. Yeah, so I think you know the drill.
Yeah, the first steps. But from my side, it's quite a new approach. This semicircle of Sagittarius here right in front of my Tribun. Well,
Yeah, so
for the opponent,
you-
sorry, sorry, I was
I didn't
interrupting.
mean to interrupt you. You speak.
For the opponent, it's quite challenging if you have a lot of Sagittarius here on the board, because every one of those units has about 12 attack fields, and so the whole situation becomes quite
Annoying.
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, see, what I had to monitor here in this position is this. And
these are-
that's just the arches.
Yeah.
That was so annoying. I at least came to the conclusion that this guy is loose.
Mm.
But we didn't use these augmentations. I was just staring at that.
And it's not really loose because it's protected by this status.
Yeah, but you can always attack him with an Equus.
Mm.
And my reasoning is, if there's an Equus, you can take, because the same unit would, well, appear and I would kill you.
Yeah. At least the whole situation is quite irritating.
By the way, if you wonder why I skipped a little bit, it was just attack, you move out the way.
Yeah, you were attacking now here. I was solidifying here. Now you put more pressure on this guy. Well, and I'm defending.
And another one.
But
Let's see.
one sidestep, and this is unfortunate. It's unpleasant because this guy is now pressured and pinned because I cannot step out of the way. I have to keep this wall, this shouldering of the enemy units.
So you could now take this. It's absolutely a thing, as this is only attacked, defended by 3, I might say.
Mhm.
And I would lose 3, a unit of height. 1 would appear, and I could take either 1 here or 1 here.
And damaging my defense structure. And I'm not really sure if this sidestep was a good choice, because on this diagonal here surely comes another threat within the next couple of moves.
Yeah, so my reasoning was, well, this guy, I don't know what it was, but he stopped one of my threats, and I was just like, okay, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't let me do it, but maybe you refused to take him or get taken. Very interesting.
Here it's protected. This one is protected here, but I'm under pressure, and it's annoying.
Yeah, and so you're on the gray hexagons, as you stated before. I'll just attack you.
Mhm. But 2 steps with a Tribune. This is no good.
Yeah, especially if you're shuffling back and forth. Oh, no, I did not mean to do that. If you're shuffling back and forth.
Yeah.
But
Nothing is
your
achieved.
move actually has a point. I have to decide what I want to do. I either take, and one of these 3 units is gonna step here, which didn't like. And I can also get taken and can't defend myself, which would really suck, you know.
Yeah, now you are fortifying this one, and potential threats of going with your ballista here and threatening from the side flank. And
And this,
I became kind of a turtle in such an early stage of the game. This is not what I was planning to do.
also my point was that I might move this in the future, and then I have this open line, staring down to him. I really like this. Oh, well.
Now I took. The pressure was too much to bear.
Oh.
This was a point, you know. This was very loose, and well,
It used to be defended by the archer here. Moved, you know.
Yeah, now I'm up in material, 3 points. Okay, but I have to keep this advantage. And what am I going to do?
Well, I'm trying to get in over there, so you supposedly have to do something.
I have 2 choices, going backwards or to the front line. And I chose to put some pressure on your Tribune so that you have to do something about it. But you didn't. You did not care at all and came right into my defense.
Yeah, so my plan was, I think it was faulty. So, yeah, I remember what I was planning. I was thinking, well, imagine a world where this would have 2 pieces less. I would stare down here, and if you would take now, then this could take here. But it's a fictional world, that would be winning. This isn't, but I figured, well, I'm gonna lose something anyways, so you might as well check a few pieces and be more dangerous or something.
And you didn't see it at all because on my screen there appeared some kinds of scroll bars, and I don't know why. I cannot get rid of them, but hey, let's take it as it is.
Oh, I'm seeing something very interesting. I could also gone here. The point is that I somehow defend him. And if you take me,
then
I
you take
here. And I attack this.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it.
My units are crammed, and this is not. It's not really feeling good. At this point, I thought maybe if I have enough time to get rid of those single servi here, one of those is a servus, and I can get it, but it's taking a lot of time. And here comes another Equus.
And so I'm just putting. Well, I'm just pressuring you to the point that I figured you couldn't resist.
And this unit was to guard here and attack here, but you went for another attack on my Tribune.
And I attack
this. This is almost over. I have one legal move at this point. Maybe you find it.
Yeah, so this is blocking. This is attacking. Well, you gotta take this, right?
Obviously. And from this point on, I was Yeah. I was forced to do what you want. And you see, this Sagittarius here is standing without any purpose. Not enough pieces to bring you down. Maybe you can, on your own, figure out there is no next, unfortunately. There is no possibility of winning the game here.
Because of these two.
Yeah, blocking
If
the
both
way.
were gone, this would be deadly, but it's not.
Yeah. So,
And so
well,
you did something that you should maybe not have done. And we invite you, the audience, to maybe ponder a little bit how I can do something very devastating with these two units.
mm,
The scroll bars appear on my screen too.
okay. It doesn't matter. Take your time, pause the video, 3, 2, 1. Well, and try to find it. And I would say, let's go on.
Yeah,
And here it is, completely unexpected. I was, what? This is, what? Hey, what?
look.
Can you take back one step and then go one step forth? Well, the ballista here, the Sagittarius here, and now they are changing their positions so that the Sagittarius attacks me and the ballista attacks my ballista, and this is bad news. This is
Yeah,
bad
especially
news.
this ballista should be so dead. It's attacked by 12 points of material, but you can't attack it as I'm attacking you.
And you're also cutting off this combination field.
And this one.
Yeah.
So you have two possible ways. You could go there and there, or die.
I went for a fast escape. Oh, and I lost 6 pieces. Now I'm down in material. I was up about 5 points.
So you could be taken here, but I figured that this would be okay, as I would combine to a ballista again, and I would hit this and this. Well, I thought I could maybe even fork you, so I could attack you and you if I don't cash in that quickly on this one. So I thought taking was very dangerous, frankly. And you made a run for it.
Yeah. But the Sagittarius isn't the fastest of all units. He's quite agile.
The most agile.
Yeah.
By the way, never underestimate this.
Yeah, it's a nice combined unit.
Yeah.
This is Impero. For all of you new to this game, unlike in chess, where you just take the opponent's pieces or units, in Tribun you can temporarily imprison or captivate your enemy units. And this way you get a unit that can decide how it behaves. Well, and this one is now a Hastatus and a Sagittarius combined under my command.
And so,
but you don't care.
Yeah, I tried to attack you now by the flanks. But I gave you a move, and this one can just run in circles and attack you again and again and again. And, kind of sucks. See?
Yeah, but I have to be careful not to step into the line of sight of the ballista.
That's true.
From this point on, I was not thinking that I could win this game. I was trying to get a draw, maybe.
By the way, this is attacking.
Yeah, you were
Attacking.
attacking and forked me, and so I lost, and now I'm down in material about 8 points. 8 points. I took this one, Impero, because normally it's a good choice to escape, because, well, the Tribune gets more escape fields.
And I attack this now to clean up.
Yeah,
You went here. I almost blundered that you're attacking me.
but just
Thankfully,
almost.
thankfully, we.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't, but it was very
exactly.
close.
It's
Yeah, and
never to
so
lose. It's never too late to lose a game.
yeah, that's so true.
Bringing the rest of my forces together.
Yeah, so my game plan is very simple. Attack, attack, attack.
And I cannot really attack you, because the Sagittarius would turn this ballista into a Sagittarius itself, and then you would re-attack and bring me down, so I'm a toothless lion.
By the way, I did a fancy move here. I'm being attacked by the ballista, and you're threatening to combine up to a Centuria, and yes, that is a threat. The enemy would do something like that. Oh, not this field.
Not at the moment.
You could do this.
For example.
And this would be very hard to refute. I think. Maybe not. Maybe.
I guess you have enough pieces on the board left. 19 pieces, that should be enough.
But so I didn't want you to combine, and so I sacrificed this one. So it's shielding you from combining. And if you take,
as I did,
then I take here. So we just traded 3 things, and you know, kind of pleasant. At this point, I thought that your ballista could take this one.
Not really. It's not an Equus.
Yeah.
But you see, well, one step back. It was a little bit too fast, maybe.
Sorry.
What did I hear? I realized, well, my Tribune with just the speed of an Aesthetus is much too slow, and you can stop me just by stepping in front with a ballista. And so I chose to kill the enemy unit and step aside. And that's what's happening in the next move. I'm stepping aside and get rid of this ballast.
My fellow friends.
Sorry, it's a battle.
Yeah. War crimes in battle.
It's not a cake factory.
If you were to play this game, you would see that there are 2 intentions. First one, go here. Second one, take this.
Sorry. Not going here.
Oh, gee.
You can just move on the turquoise fields and attack on the golden. So maybe go here, but it's to no avail, because you could attack me with a Tribune. I'm turning into an Equus, and an Equus behind the enemy Tribune will never bring him down.
Okay, so then let me settle myself. You can here, you can go there, you attack this, you stop me from combining as this one is pinned. So if you combine, you're screwed. But I didn't see. Well, I saw this one, but I didn't see that you were attacking this.
And that was very important. The less units you have on the board, the more the more likely it becomes that I'm getting the draw.
Yeah, by the way, so this was actually smart what I did there. This attack, so at least I wouldn't lose them.
Mm.
But well, one blunder rarely comes alone.
It
And
was a tactical defense.
yeah, so in this position I took, but I should not have rushed. I should probably have done something along the lines of doing this, carry you off, and you can then try to stick around. Maybe
Yeah,
go
but
here.
then, yeah, the light hexagons, yeah, you would come with the
I would
other
try
equus.
to attack you,
Mm.
and the second you go away too quickly, I
Yeah.
will take your ballista.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I should have done. That
But you
being said,
didn't.
I didn't do it.
So I took here, and
Yeah.
this was the final conclusion of the game, because there shouldn't be any way to, well, you can blunder, but normally if you jump around with 4 pieces against 6, it's an infinite game. And so some fast forward maybe.
Yeah, so in
There
this
can't,
position, your only legal move, besides moving him, is actually to combine.
and that's what I went for. Now I'm an equus bound to the light color complex, but here is so much space. I can travel around the board and you will never get me. And that's why we agreed into a draw. It's peace again. And it was a very nice game, especially this tactical part where you just rearranged your Sagittarius and the Ballista and became such a major threat in no time. Yeah,
Yes, ridiculous sometimes.
sometimes it is. We are on the goodbye screen, pal.
Okay, so we hope you liked this video, and if you would like to see more like it, then please subscribe and, well, like it if you liked it. Also, consider sharing this video, and we have a few things how you could actually play this game yourself. So you can both download files in the description. We also have the
Tabletop Simulator link.
the notation of this game
Ah, yeah.
in this under the description. Well, we also have the link to this game. It's a DLC for free, but Tabletop Simulator isn't. But if you have Tabletop Simulator, check it out.
Yeah.
And I would say have a great time, have a great day, and see you soon
On Tribun.